Welcome to another TechHelp video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today we're going to learn how to use ActiveForm, Screen.ActiveForm, to determine the previous form, the form that opened a form, right, in Microsoft Access. Now, this is admittedly a very simple and kind of silly example because this is a stepping stone to the next lesson where I'm going to teach you ActiveControl, where we can basically pop up a form, set a value, and then return it to the form that called it. But before I teach you ActiveControl, you need to learn ActiveForm first, right? There's a proper order you should learn these things in. So today we're going to make a little pop-up form, right, that's going to know what form called it using ActiveForm. And then we're going to click a button that says make it red. And it's going to basically, whatever form opened it, it's going to make its background red. That's all we're going to do today. But this will be a stepping stone to learning how to return a value to this form. Okay? All right. So bear with me. Trust me. This is cool stuff. Okay? All right. So first up, some prerequisites. This is a developer level class. If you don't know VBA and you want to learn, go watch this first. About 20 minutes long. Teaches you everything you need to know to get started. It's free. You should know how to open a form to a specific record using OpenForm. You should know what tempvars are, temporary variables, and how to use them. And of course, you should know our good old friend MessageBox. If you haven't watched any of these videos, go watch them first and then come on back. They're all free. They're on my YouTube channel. They're on my website. And you know what to do. Go watch them. All right, get out of here. Okay, here I am in my TechHelp free template. This is a free database. You can grab a copy off my website if you want to. Let's make a simple form that is going to have one function. You can click a button, and then whatever form was opened before this one, basically the form that opened it, is going to turn red. Very simple. It's silly, I know, just bear with me. So I'm going to take my single form here. The single and continuous, these are just blank little templates that I got. I'm going to copy and paste that, Control-C, Control-V. I'm going to call this red F. It's my red form. Okay, there it is, red form. And we're going to go in here, and we're going to design it. And we're going to get rid of the fields that are on it. We're going to make the background an obnoxious, I can't say that, say it 10 times fast, an obnoxious looking red like that. We'll make it smaller, doesn't have to be that big. Come here, we'll do that. Let's get a button, drop it right, meow. Cancel this, we'll say make it red. We'll make that bigger, come here. Do like 16 point and bold. Okay. Now, let's call this the red button. Red button. All right. Right click, build event. Now, in this button, I want to just see what the active form's name is. Okay, so message box, it's going to be screen.activeForm, whatever form is currently active, .name. Those are all the properties of that form. Name, caption, and so on. Okay? Let's just see who the active form is. Save it. Come back out here. Let's close it. Open her up and click. Red F is the active form. Duh, right? It's the form that we're currently on. Okay, that's fantastic. What good does that do us? Well, in this particular case, not much. We know we're on this form. But here's the trick. If you read that value before this form is completely finished loading, it will tell you the previous form that was open, which if you have like a button that opens this one, it'll be that form. All right, so watch this. Let's go back into that code. Well, let's go back into here. Right click, design view. Okay, now let's find the events for this form. Let's find the onload event. Where are you? Onload, up here, right there. Onload happens when the form loads, when it's starting to load up, but it's not completely open yet, right? So you can still figure out who called it because the active form is not yet red F. It's all about timing with Microsoft Access. There's all these different events in here, and they all fire at different, in a different sequence. And learning that sequence is important because you can do cool different things, right? Onload fires before this form has all of its stuff set up yet. So if we go to onload, and we're going to move this now up into here. Okay. message box what the screen.activeform.name is before redf is done loading. All right, so save that. Let's close it, close it, close it. All right, I'm going to open up my main menu. Then I'm going to open up redf. Look at that. It says main menu F. Why? Because look, redf isn't fully loaded yet. All right, if I hit it now, there it is. If the customer form is open and I open up redf, look at that. It sees the customer form as the previously loaded, the currently active form. Okay? So keep that in mind. You gotta determine what the active form is before this form fully loads. So put it in the form load event. There is no screen.previousForm property. There's a screen.previousControl, but that doesn't help us here. But this is how you determine what the previous form was. Okay? It's all about timing. In fact, what we could do to make this easier to see, watch this. We'll go into here, and instead of saying message box it, I'm going to say me.caption, I got my caps lock on, equals screen.activeForm.name. So you could set the caption property of the form, even though it's not fully loaded yet, to that value. Come back out here, close this. All right, customers is open, and look at that. It says customer F. If I come here and open it up, look at that. It says main menu F. Okay, so now redf knows at least, not necessarily who opened it, but what form was open when this guy loaded. And we can use that in here. We can save that in a variable. We could use a temp var. Okay, so let's say tempvars previous form equals screen.activeForm.name. So now we've saved that. When this form loaded, we've now saved who called it, or at least who was open before, right, in a variable. So now we can hang on to that and do something with it. What are we going to do? Well, when the user clicks that button, we're going to set that previous form to red. Okay? Now, bear with me. This is a weird syntax. Normally, you would say, let's say, forms customer F. Now you can't say dot back color equals VB red. You can't say that because forms don't have a back color property, but the different sections on the form do. So you could say dot section 0 dot back color. Section 0 is the detail section. 1 is the form header, 2 is the form footer, and I believe 3 and 4 are the page header and footer, but we don't use those anyways. Okay? But I don't want to say forms customer F. I want to use this guy. Okay? But if you want to refer to it by name, you can't use the bang. I know this is all kind of weird. You have to refer to it like this. You have to put it inside of parentheses and inside of quotes. Like that. So that would be forms customer F section 0 da. But I don't want customer F. I want whatever's in this. So we're going to take that and put that in there. And that's the proper syntax. You just got to learn how to... Access is like dealing with people. You just have to learn how to talk to them right. I was going to say women, but I'm not going to say that. Okay. All right. So forms, form name, section 0, back color, set it to red. Got it? All right. Save it. Let's debug compile once in a while. All right. Okay. Everything's compiling fine. Okay. Now, close everybody up. I'm going to open the main menu, and then I'm going to open the red form. Now watch this. Make it red. Ooh, look at that. All right. Close that. In fact, let's make our red form close too. Let me close this. Let's make our red form close. Right after we're done with it, do command.close. It'll close the form you're on. Okay. All right. Try it again. Close that. I'm going to open up just the customer form, and then I'll open up the red form, and then I'll hit make it red. Boop. See, it knows what form was open before it. Okay, so you can, if you want to now, you could drop a button on each of these forms to open up the red form, and then it knows who called it. Watch, so design view, I'll just use my hello world button here, right? Open red form. And in here, I'll just go right click, build event. This was my hello world button. I'm going to say do command dot open form red F. That's all you got to say. Just open the red form, and the red form is going to know what to do. This is the power of this, is that you don't have to have complex coding in every button on every other form. Just open that form. That's it. Okay, so now close this down, open it up, open the red form. It knows who called it. Make that form red. See? Do the same thing with, let's copy this button. All right, copy this button. Let's go to the customer form. Let's design view. Let's drop that button in here. Here's open the red form. We'll swap that over there. Let's do the same thing on the order form. Where's the order form? Order form, design view. We'll slap that button up here. All right, doesn't matter. And then in these buttons, all you have to put is do command.openForm red F. Right, put that in there. In the next class, in the ActiveControl class, I'm going to show you how to make it even simpler than that. You won't have to drop code in each form. Okay, right click, build event, put that in here. Right? Yes, I'm all about tabs and indenting. Okay. All right, now each one of those forms has a button that opens up the red form. So if I go to the customer form, open the red form, it knows who called it. See? If I go to the order form, open the red form, it knows who called it. See? Okay, so that's how ActiveForm works. You can read what the ActiveForm is in the open event of a form, and it'll know who called it. That's important. Keep that in mind. Because once you mix that with ActiveControl, you can do something like this. Here's a box that says today is, it's a date field. Double click on it. It opens up a form with a date box in it. This could be anything. This could be, you know, a customer list that you pick from. It could be a product list. It could be a form with a whole bunch of filtered stuff, some cascading combo boxes, a calendar, you name it. You put a value in here, you hit OK, and it knows where to return it to because it knows the previous form and the control that opened as well. Go to the customer form. Look at this. I made this one blue. Watch. Double click on it. It opens up the same form. It knows who called it. See, I'm doing the same trick here. I put it in the caption. It knows it's customer F and customer sense. Hit OK, and it puts the value there. I did it in the order form. Double click. Hit OK. Puts it right back there. See? And all that coding is in the form, not in each one of these fields. It makes it super easy to put it throughout your entire database. And we're going to learn how to do this in the next class, which will be the ActiveControl class. Now, today is Friday, the 10th of January, 2025. So we'll do the ActiveControl class on Monday, the 13th. And of course, if you're watching this far in the future, well, you can watch it right now because I'll put a link to it down below and you can enjoy it. But for the rest of you, have a good weekend. That is going to be your tech help video for today. I'm off to have some oral surgery, folks. I have to have a tooth pulled and an implant put in and all that. So I'm going to be out of it this weekend. I should be back by Monday, but who knows? We'll see. But I'm going to post the video now, so it'll be available Monday, even if I'm not. I'll probably be off in La La Land with some good medication. But anyways, that's going to be your tech help video for today. Hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you on Monday for the ActiveControl video. A special thank you and shout out to our diamond sponsors. Juan Soto with Access Experts Software Solutions, manufacturing experts specializing in Access and SQL Server. Sammy Shama with Shama Consultancy, a certified Microsoft Access expert who offers personalized one-on-one tutoring. And Amanda Nicole Consulting, specializing in helping businesses move from complex Excel sheets to an Access database. You'll find links to the diamond sponsors in the description down below the video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for Tech Help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.